What's going on, everybody? This is the Storm edition. So we want to make sure we get this in, and if it cuts out, it is what it is. But welcome, Derby City Sports Review Show. Yours truly, Will I Am. We got T Rock. What's going on, T Rock?
Nothing much, y'all. Just again, hanging out with the homies, drinking some libations
From where?
Salvation.
from my Wild Beer Company, of course.
Okay,
Got
cool.
the freshest thing they got out right now, the Tessie,
Tessie,
the hazy IPA. It
Tessie.
is absolutely delicious. In case y'all want to see what it looked like, there it is.
Hmm.
Mm. Mm.
Gonna
Six
be
point five ABVs.
gonna be making a stop to do what we do, get what we get.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
What's going on, Disco Dan?
Man, I don't know. I just got a little heard that Bobby Brown, some type of reason Bobby Brown was in my head. I don't know. Some old Bobby B.
What was it?
Old
Every step
Bobby.
you take, Don. What was it? What
Man,
What was
every little step you take. Watch out, people now. Come on. Woo!
Wake it up, get it up. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all about fun. This is third. Well, look, I'm gonna say Thursday. This is Wednesday.
I was
I'm trying to
thinking that
push it to
too.
Thursday. Trying to push it to
Man,
Thursday.
let's get
It
this
is
week
what it
over with.
is. I know that's right. What a fine 54 Sports Network, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You don't stop. X, YouTube, all the stuff. Go on and listen to us if you want to. Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, Apple Music, all that good stuff. Like T Rock said, libations, Mile Wide Beer Company. Thank you for the sponsorship. 502 Corvette, Vinyl Empire, all that good stuff. Go ahead, check it out. And today, basically, we're gonna reveal the winners of the players of the week. So tune into that. We're gonna rock and roll. But we want to go ahead and get you started on a little bit of something real quick. What's going on in the world of wrestling, my guy? What's the deal? What's the word?
Well, the word is, as far as WWE, we're still on the road to WrestleMania, which is going to come up here very, very soon. So far, so now I can see the card so far is you still got your um, Gunther versus Jay Uso for the I keep getting the belts mixed up, but for the heavyweight championship, I will call it that for now.
Okay.
You got a couple triple threat matches. You got Bianca Belair and Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for the women's title. You got another triple threat: Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. No belt, but just for prestige, I'm sure. You have hey man out here, Don. You got
You
what's
was
my
rolling with it, man. I thought you had the
hold on.
card right in front of you.
No. This is straight up. You got Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton for the other women's championship belt. You
Mhm.
have Braun Breaker versus
Penta. It
yeah.
might be when it
Well,
come
and it
down
probably
to
not going to be a triple
it,
threat itself.
yeah, it's gonna come down to triple.
Yeah,
Might be
you
a
got
four way. Yeah.
true enough. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
Mm.
Ooh.
That
See,
ought to
you
be a
see
good one.
Logan. By you saying Logan Paul, you see Logan's Paul finisher, the
Yes,
pulverizer. That's a pretty good
yeah,
move.
it's a pretty
Pretty
good
good
move.
move.
Here's the thing, though. AJ Styles can make
That
anybody
is
look good.
true. Hmm.
He can carry anybody in the ring. So that man is fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Hmm.
John.
Yeah, that's
Heel
going to be a
John
good.
Cena.
The heel John Cena. I have my suspicions when it's all said and done about John Cena. I don't think he's going to retire a heel, but that's just me. And AEW's got what Dynasty coming up here very soon.
Yes, yes. That's in the next. That's next week. Next weekend to be
Yeah,
Dynasty.
yeah, their pay per view. I can't tell you who's on the card there.
I just
Their
know a
stuff's kind of
couple.
for me. Their kind of stuff's all over the place for me. Obviously, John Moxley and Swerve,
Yeah,
but
that's for the
that's pretty much
AEW title.
yeah, that's all I know.
Then you
That was
got
that was a
you
lot.
got right. So then on AEW, just a couple more matches. You got Tony Storm versus Megan Bain for their title, for the AEW title, and for the international title, you have Kenny Omega, Ricochet, and Speedball Mike Bailey right now. So, like I said, it's plenty more titles or matches to go. But
I don't know if I like the name Speedball. That doesn't sound very good, but go ahead. He's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
Speedball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speedball. Eight ball.
That's back in the
Eight
80s.
ball. Eight ball running. Yes. Oh. Dang. T-Rock was rolling, boy. I thought, like I said, I thought he had a teleprompter or some shit that was. He was,
No,
hey,
off the
man,
dome.
very, very impressive.
Teleprompter.
Yeah, he was rolling. I was like, damn, do what you do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's up, Shane? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
What's up, Shane?
Let's go ahead and rock and roll. Women's college basketball. We want to go ahead and hit that. They Final Four. It starts Friday. So we want to go over this and some other little stuff that we gonna go on the way. So start off with a bang, man. This is just like the men's side. SEC. Big time. Texas versus South Carolina. South Carolina is a 5.5 point favorite. They already played 3 times. South Carolina done won twice. Texas once. So this is the 4th time they play them. The 4th. And we're talking about Texas with their defense is top notch. Madison, Booker doing things. Harmony. I mean, this Harmon, very exciting with they come, but they're going to play defense. South Carolina is not your South Carolina of old. They are very much beatable. I'm surprised this is 5.5 because if you really have followed the tournament, they have not been smacking people down like they have been. This is really probably your worst nightmare if you South Carolina. And I know South Carolina fans. What are you talking about? You don't want to face Texas. If you do, let's face it for everything, all the marble. No, this is the semifinal game right off the bat. And Texas got to feel slighted because why is this not like a 2.5 or 1.5 or pick 'em? Period. Just for the play. Let's for the play itself. And then when you look at it, who's gonna have the easiest road? Let's say, let's see. Let's see. South Carolina, they played Tennessee, TC, IU, which was a good game. Indiana fought them tooth and nail, at least in the first half. They beat Maryland, which Maryland had them beat and choke. And that Duke game, hey, hats off to Kyra Lawson. They team can't score if they was playing by themselves, but they gonna make you earn everything. 54 to 50. I mean, hey, Kyra Lawson. If I'm University of Tennessee, that's who I would have got. You know what I'm saying? You know they're going to play defense, and you can imagine the athlete she would have got at Tennessee versus Duke, period. You ain't got to worry about that academic stuff, right? Texas, their road was William & Mary, Illinois, Tennessee, TCU. Pretty much did what they needed to do. Tennessee was a battle because they faced them before. TCU was going off of fumes. They only scored 47 points after they was putting up all kinds of crazy numbers, and ESPN wanted Haley Van Lift, HVL, to win it so bad to get in the Final Four. And Texas said, we have none of that. We have none of that. None of that, big time. Don, what's your thoughts on South Carolina and Texas game, 7 p.m. on ESPN this Friday?
Like I said, I mean, right there, you said it enough. That 5.5 should be almost a smack in the face to Texas. I mean, they should take that serious as in like what they trying to say. Like, you can't do this because it should be a lot closer than that. I'm looking at it. It's definitely going to be a dog fight.
Mm-hmm.
And coming down to it, I don't know. I'm thinking South Carolina might just pull it out in the end though, because just the way I'm looking at it, thinking, maybe the more experience up in the Final Four of these finals, coaching might come down to it at the end, and yeah, South Carolina pulled out the end.
Mm. Interesting. T Rock, what you got?
Well, just and my to say the South Carolina pulled at the end is essentially 5.5 points, right? What it is. So the way I see it is, yeah, they South Carolina beat them twice. Texas, beat them once, but South Carolina's the old vet in the tournament, right? So they deserve, at the very least, deserve the 5.5 points. Um, I feel like uh, due to that alone, South Carolina might just win by a little bit more than that. Because, and I say that in a sense to where your final score after fouls at the end of the game and all that stuff might end up being 7 or 8. What I'm saying, on the win. But as Don Staley and this team, now they are beatable. Don't get me wrong, but I think that experience, as far as being in the tournament and being in this spot they seem to be in damn near every year, is going to carry them. So
Should be a good one. Should be a real good game. Just not impressed with South Carolina. I guess they had spoiled everybody with beating everybody to death. They do have experience and showed us Texas coach as far as the Final Four. If you guys don't remember, for out there who's watching, he's the one that was coaching Mississippi State when Mississippi State got away with their foul against Louisville, against
Mm.
Hines Allen. Very,
Remember
very
that.
coach worthy guy. When it comes to this one, South Carolina, yeah, you have some people. South Carolina do have a lot of people, new people also that's playing in this game. I just think I don't think the pressure is going to add up to this one. I just think this is going to be a slobber knocker. Whoever can score is going to win this game. We're talking about Texas with Harmon and Booker and Smith, but South Carolina, Phil Wiley, who's a Blur, and Joyce, who is tough. But I'm gonna ride with Texas on this. I'm gonna go with Texas on this. I just think they're gonna pound them, and got a little bit more to prove. South Carolina has been riding the wave and getting by. It is what it is. So South Carolina, Texas. Make sure you guys check that out big time. Next up, this game is totally disrespectful.
Mm.
Let me blow this up a little bit more. This UConn 7.5 point favorite over UCLA Friday 9 p.m. So basically it's going to be 9:30 because the other game starts at 7. This is totally disrespect. I understand that UConn is Paige Becker is hot. She's rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
But I don't know too many times the number one team comes in there and 7.5 point favorite. We know Gino's the dog. We know that, but Gino has been missing. This is Paige Becker's first one, so we can't even say experience with this. Experience with Gino, of course, but Paige is her first time Final Four. Her and everybody on that team. So for people get caught up in that, if you don't watch it, you gonna get caught up in that. This is their first time. UConn has been on fire, big time, but they played a USC without Juju Watkins and won by 14. Let's not forget that. They beat Oklahoma like they stole some. San Diego State and Arkansas State. UCLA beat Southern, Richmond. Ole Miss was a hell of a team, SEC, and LSU put them to bed. This is going to be a good one. This is definitely disrespectful. If the other one this is totally disrespectful. UCLA
Right.
7.5 point under that. Got the really the probably one of the best players with Lauren Betts on the team, 6'7" center that no one can control. I don't care who you are, no one can control that. But is everybody else gonna show up? Is Kiki gonna show up? Is AZ Fudd gonna show up for UConn to help out Paige? Is Sarah Strong gonna do what she's been doing? Sarah Strong is doing crazy work in the post. She's only 6'2" though. 6'1", 6'2".
hmm
Can she defend 6'7"? We done seen it at Louisville. We going against big. She's got to pull her out and do what she got to do. But this should be a good game. But this. I don't know. I don't know. Trav, T Rock, what you think of UConn versus UCLA Friday?
I think primarily when it comes to UCLA, I don't think college basketball in general, and especially when it comes to women's basketball, has much respect for college basketball on the West Coast. Because quite frankly, nobody watches college basketball on the West Coast unless you have your Juju Watkins and your Lauren Betts and stuff like that. Otherwise, they don't really care about it anyway. And I think that's part of the reason why that the 7.5 is there. That's just me personally thinking about this. And again, we all understand Page backers, but I'm sure they're assuming that AZ Fudd and all them are gonna, take up some slack. I mean, everybody's not gonna let Page backers just go off. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, um, I feel like the 7.5 is warranted, but at the same time, without that respect for West Coast basketball, it's going to be a telltale thing. So I'm going to say at this point, UConn. Maybe not by 7.5, but definitely UConn.
Don.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. I mean, it's going to be a battle, and with Becker seeing what or should I say buckets as she been putting in, how much of a game, who's all going to be able to contribute with her though? Like you said, um, is she going to get the help she needs? Because I don't see her having a dominant game. Maybe not against UCLA. They got some post players down there also, and they have they have some of the defenders who can help out. So if she gets the help she needs, the contribution,
Mm-hmm.
then I could see UConn getting out like that. But without that, and UCLA getting their couple players going, and I mean they have been rolling. They ain't number one seed for nothing. So, and with that, I'm looking at the good defense, good rebounding against. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot closer, probably what people think. And I'm gonna give UConn the win, but still a lot closer.
Cool, cool, cool. Um, to the okay, UConn 35-3 playing a bullshit conference, Big East, but they play everybody underneath the sun. He doesn't dodge anybody. So
Mm-mm.
they take care of business. UCLA 34-2, and the two losses have been USC.
Mm.
They have played everybody also this year. Actually moved into the Big Ten and rocked and rolled with that one. Been number one pretty much the whole season, except when USC got it, and then they gave it back and all that kind of stuff. Paige is so special. I mean, she really is, and so to me, you really got to get the ball out of her hand. I mean, she's basically the point guard out there. She's a shooting guard. She's everything you need. I just think you let her get hers. You just can't let Strong go off. You can't let Sarah go off. You can't let Fudd hit them threes. If you go ahead and she gets you 30 and nobody else does shit, you got it. Because, first of all, no one on UConn's team is going to stop bets. No
Mm-mm.
one. She's double double. She's gonna be 20 and 10 easy. So it's Kiki gonna step up. You know what I'm saying? All the other role players, Wacaz and all them, because they're gonna have to do something. I mean, this is also gonna be should be the under. What's the under in this? The under is 135. Yeah, that's what's probably gonna be. It's not gonna be no explosion whatsoever because
Mm-mm.
you got the Hall of Fame Gino. You got UCLA's coach who's tough notch and this total disrespect. I think in order for UCLA to win this one, and I'm gonna go with UCLA. I just think it's got to be played in the 60s. You know, low 70s, 60s. It can't get no crazy how UConn blitz you and all of a sudden it's 80 to 50. You know that
Right.
kind of stuff. But I think it's gonna be a good one. I think uh, you know Vegas is riding. Beckers. That's why you got the 7.5. It's
Right.
point blank. She's done put 40 points in, 36 points in. She's done rocked and roll and Fudd and Sarah, and they don't think they can see that. So we'll see what's going on with that.
I feel like it's going to be, in a sense, not necessarily like this, but in a sense, when Louisville played Baylor that year. You know what I'm saying? If a boy can go down and say we're gonna double up on old girl, you know what I'm saying, Betts down there, you know what I'm saying, and cause havoc, so to speak, which is obviously not Gino's defensive
They
plans
better do
ever.
something.
But it could be like that. You know what I'm saying? He might have called up Jeff and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? We need, you know what I'm saying? So it could be that kind of game. It should be that kind of game, quite frankly. But we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. The thing about it is, the crazy thing is, you gotta have a scheme, and is he one of those coaches, Gino, that hey, I'm not doubling. You know what I'm saying? I have a 6'4" post that needs to do this. I mean, we'll see. Until you in
Yeah,
that
we'll see.
lines den, you in that lines den, and that line is real, you got to make changes.
Talk about
So,
it.
and if they double team or triple team, then that means that just how Don was talking about Page, everybody else got to step up. And well, that's UCLA. You better, otherwise it can
Yep.
get ugly
Hmm.
real quick, and you don't want that to happen. All right. Oh, last night, man, Takaya Johnson, McDonald's All Star game. I don't know what the final total. I wasn't. I got pulled away, but what I saw on this young lady is ridiculous. I mean, it's funny because she's in her element. You know what I'm saying? She's with other players who's ranked like her. Athletic and all this. She really, if you got to see her and that's the first time, you notice her speed. You probably really didn't notice the speed in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? But out there, she was running. She was playing guard. She was hit a three. Was doing layups all over the place, man. Very, very impressive. LSU, my gosh, they got the bag, man. They got the bag because not only do you have her, and plus these other ones, they just picked up Florida State's score, who averages 28 points a game or something. She just transferred her. Woo wee, hey, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but I'm gonna tell you, man. That's why you see them Louisville fans like, man, how come some people don't want to play near home. Some people look at other things. Some people look at, hey, Mulkey has won championships. Jeff hasn't. You know what I'm saying? They look at everything.
Hmm.
She done won at 2 spots. So, Hall of Fame coach. Why not? Angel Reese and all
True
them
that.
other ones. Simone Augusta. I mean, LSU is history, baby. So why not
Yeah.
join that and become it? So, hey, can't get mad, man. And I'm gonna tell you, she's bad, boy. She's bad. T Rock, you get to look at any of that, or was you doing work and stuff?
I was doing a little bit of both. I
Oh,
caught a
okay.
little bit of it, but as I was working, but the just for me seeing her either just handle the ball. Like when I caught it, she may have scored maybe twice.
Right.
But yeah, the way she was just like, especially on the pick, you know what I'm saying? She used that pick, cross back over. I was like, okay, she know what she's doing. You know what I mean? Between her, honestly, between her and that other guard, Paldo,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
those two, those two impressed me like nobody's business.
Right.
I was like, wow, Zakaya is next.
Yeah.
She's next. She's smart. She's very heady.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very heady. Yeah. So
Yeah. And to me, dude, I think she's more athletic than people realize. Like,
yes,
I mean,
extremely. Like,
yeah, they was raving like, dude, no one could really stop her in practice. Like, damn, and you didn't.
yeah,
We knew that nobody could stop her here. You know what I'm saying? But it's in
Yeah.
a more controlled environment. You know what I'm saying?
right.
She didn't have to do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And All Star, let's get it. Let me show you how really fast I am. Let me show you my shot. Let me show you my dribbles, my athleticism. and it showed last night.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
She crossed up that girl on that screen. I was like, oh my God. Had she had control of the ball after the oh, man.
Yeah, impressive,
Man.
impressive. Don, what you thinking?
Hmm. Well, I was out a little bit. I was out a little bit yesterday, so I didn't get a catch none of them. So I was keeping up with the updates you was coming with and everything else, and try to look back at it a little bit later and some highlights. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as I've seen like tweets and everything else, she had a hell of a game just by her being out there, and I seen them. Then the one time I think I got a look at on the phone when they was mentioning talking about her, like she's a winner. So that's one thing you are getting is a winner, and so all she does has been winning. So you got to love that, and already with that mentality, and you're gonna come with that and with that winning mentality and the skills she gets, and you think she's still young and she ain't gonna do nothing but get better. So yeah, LSU's getting a real one.
They're gonna have to keep the real one.
Yeah, no
Mm-hmm.
doubt. No
They
doubt.
got to keep. I mean, everybody's up for grabs, bro. I don't care who you are, bro. Like for real,
Yeah,
for real,
like you
for real.
said, a year for
Yeah, you got it for a
1 year.
year. I mean, she may go 2, may 3, she may do 4. But hey, when Olivia from Notre Dame, who could be they said projected as the number 2 WNBA player, decides that hey, not only am I not declaring for the draft, I'm not going to Notre Dame because I'm going to get this big bag because they said the top 4 players average last year from the women's portal $1.1 million. You know what the top prospects got for WNBA? $76,000.
I would say,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
because old girl got like 78.
That
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Why
that's
would I?
crazy.
And that was last year's. Last year's. Hey, it ain't. Hey, this ain't last year's prices. This is this year's, and you know that's gonna bump up. Who don't want? Who don't want a number 2 future player, or whatever, in the draft? And the thing about it is, she's a point guard. She's a true point guard that can stroke it. And damn, Notre Dame got to feel like dog shit because everybody just knew a doggo and her. You know what I'm saying? If she come back, she said, "No, I ain't coming back, but I ain't playing with you guys either." Woo! Jeez.
Got him.
No,
Got him. What's
I
up?
got one for you.
What's up, D? How you doing, sis? What's going on with you? What's going
Hey, D.
on?
What
Let's
up, D?
see. All right, I got something for you guys, man. I normally do this bird's eye view, but Shoni Shimmer or Asia Dur, who you rolling with?
Asia.
Don, no, yeah, you go because you said Asia.
I,
Right.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Yeah, yeah, ain't nobody, he ain't speak up quick enough. I'm
he's
going with
putting his
Asia.
head
I
down.
love
Right.
Shoney. Yeah, Shoney's a
Right.
dog.
Because
Don't get it twisted. Shoney is a dog. Don't get it twisted. Asia is much more skilled player. You know what I'm saying? Than Shoney. Shoney, Asia dog too, but Asia is much more of a skilled player. And I'll tell you just a quick story. So when I was living in North Carolina, I had some of the women from the Wake Forest team come in, and this is when she was hurt.
Mm,
She didn't play much. We're talking about Asia.
right.
And I was asking because when she was playing, yeah, I was like, all right, it's number 2, number 1, depending upon which one you cousin, we're Brianna and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, coming out. I was like, is she really that good? And so I asked those players, and one of the girls, and the bullshit, looked at me and she goes, "Look, I don't really like Jock and a lot of these other players. Asia is like that. She is very good, but you just hadn't seen it because again, she's just getting over injury and stuff like that.
Right.
And then when she actually played, she was obviously a big difference maker. I'm gonna say Asia all day long.
Cool. Cool. Thank you for the story, sir. The Don.
Yeah, hey, that's what I do for
And
y'all.
it,
Yeah. We appreciate it.
all right. And it's funny because
I'm
I
gonna
was
continue
kind
to
of
drink my
really
beer.
thinking the same thing. Same thing T Rock was because when I looked at them, I loved both of them when they was here. I mean, Shoney was so much was that shooter out there, was that dog. I mean, I just think when I hear the name Shoney Shimble, I think of that Baylor game when she bucked up to Brittany. Oh man, I was screaming, just hollering at the TV with her, like, "Come on, back up, you!" Couple uncensored words right there. But I gotta go with Asia too. Asia was my girl. I love some Asia. I still keep up with her. Tweets and everything else, and she was just so much of a shooter. And she, man, she did it. I mean, it was like she did it all at one point. And like she
I
could
th-
just run it like hell.
you know, the crazy thing is, you guys hit it on the head, and it's just like the evolution of time, right? People get better and better. Shawnee gave us something that we haven't had since Angel, but she was Showtime. She's between the legs, fancy passes, deep shooting. Better shooter than Angel. Angel
Res
couldn't shoot.
ball.
Angel couldn't shoot that ball. You know what I'm saying? She had to elevate that and grow that, right? Shawnee came in dropping bombs and doing ever fancy stuff. Asia Durr came as a silky smooth scorer. You want that three? Boom, I'm gonna give you that three, lefty. You want that elbow jumper? Boom. You want to go to the hole? Boom. You want 15 points in 3 minutes or 2 minutes? I got that too. Pop, pop, pop. Asia was buckets. Buckets.
Buckets.
And you can say, Shoney's teammates, you know what I'm saying? She has some good teammates, but not like Asia had another 2,000 point score on the team. And she had another 1,500 point score. She had her
Yeah,
her cast of
Yes.
the members was the
yeah,
teammates was the truth, and she still was doing damage. She
yeah.
was
Yes.
unbelievable, and she doesn't get her flowers like she should. Because
She does not.
truthfully,
You agree.
truthfully, she's probably the second best to come up out of Louisville. Truthfully,
Yeah.
I mean, she
Agreed.
was that dog, bro. I mean, you couldn't do
As
nothing.
as Notre Dame.
She ate her. What old girl said? Whatever her number was, she said it. Jeff was pissed. Like, you know her
Right.
name.
Yeah.
You know her name.
You know her name. You know what? Her
She
name's
just,
Asia Durr.
yeah, she just put 30 in your mouth.
No
Swallow.
problem.
No problem.
Asia was
Just
Zero.
amazing.
swallow that.
what you know about them? Yeah, all that on slick shit. And every time I see her
Yeah.
on ESPN, I just think about that. I'm like, Jeff got in your ass. Legendary coach, know
Yeah.
that hey, got in your ass. And every time she's got to cover Louisville, it's like a, yeah, they
You
doing
know
You
well.
know
as
it.
They doing well. They doing okay. Yeah. You hate them. You hate
you
them.
know as
And we hate you too. It's all good. It's love. It's love.
called you out in the public.
Yeah. You know her name. Just quit playing. The MVP. All right, let's go on and do the awards real quick, and then we'll wrap it up with the men, Final Four kind of stuff like that. We got quite a few things, so I'm gonna go ahead and get through this. The Will Show Kentucky High School Baseball Player of the Week, sponsored by My Wild Bird Company. It's Bowling Green's Drew Eisenberger. Bat 400, hit a home run, 2 triples, 4 RBIs. Hey, the Purples
Purple.
did a thing. You know what it is.
Purple.
It is what it is. Congratulations, Drew.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Next up, we have the Will Shows Kentucky High School Baseball Pitcher of the Week, sponsored by Mile Wide Bird Company. It's Trinity Gray Davis. He was 1-0 last week, 9 Ks, 1.17 ERA. He did his thing. And this was a battle between him and our brother from Male, but Gray Davis had the backing. So congratulations, Gray.
All right, great.
Time for the ladies. Let's go. Here we go. The Will Show, Kentucky High School Softball Player of the Week, sponsored by Mile Wide Beer Company. It's Easton Grayson Staples. Bet it 750. 750. 750. How much for one rib? How much for one rib? 750.
750.
A double, 4 stolen bases, and 6 RBIs. Grayson, you did your thing. Easton is in the house. Last but not least, this right here is special. The Will Show. Let me get that. The Will Show. Let me get that name out there. Kentucky High School Softball Pitcher of the Week, sponsored by Mile Wide Beer Company, is Harlan's Jordan Smith, an 8th grader.
Wow.
3-0 last week, 22 Ks, .70 ERA. Stop playing with him, Jordan. Stop playing with him, Jordan. Goodness
You
gracious.
can't hit off
Harlan. Hey, congratulations, Jordan. Y'all let
Special agent.
Y'all let an 8th grader do that to y'all? Yeah, we sure did. Go out there and hit against them. Did you think? Congratulations to this week's winners. Big time. And, it's spring break and some people are playing, so probably won't do nothing this week, but the following week we'll definitely be back with some stuff. Let's go. Final four. First up, we have Florida, 2.5-point favorite versus Auburn. 1-1 SEC. 6 o'clock this Saturday, CBS. This is, hey, man, like I said, when you have to play people 3 to 4 times, they know what you do. We know what you do. The personnel, you maybe kind of try to trick up some, go deep in the playbook a little bit, but I know T-Rock knows me. I know Don knows me. It is what it is. So, hey, who's going to hit these big shots? Who's going to play some defense? Who's rebounding? Who's going to get in foul trouble? You know, guys, there's always somebody in foul trouble and 2 quick fouls. Would it be Broom? You know what I'm saying? Would it be Clayton? Would it be Martin? Would it be somebody big? Pettifer? Is the freshman going to step up? What is he going to do? We're going to find out. Don, what's your thoughts on Florida? 2.5-point favorite against Auburn. What's your take on this game? And who wins this game? Actually, I might have. Yeah. Right. No, we can go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. You can say all that, but we'll go back.
Oh, man, this is going to be a hard one. Myself. But really, I've already had Florida to win already, and I'm staying with it. Auburn is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be. To top it off right here, this is going to be one of the best Final Fours that we've seen in a long time. I'm going to look at. And this Florida and Auburn is going to start off. Like I said, that -2, I'm looking at it to be either team. If either team wins, it's going to be that close. But I'm going with Florida to win it by that, barely covering it. And it'll probably be by fouls at the end to just seal it up to win by 3 points at that. But not to get down. But yeah, Florida for the win.
Cool. T-Rock, what you got? Who you got? What's going on?
I really feel like this is going to be a match in the backcourt. Front court, I think is pretty much sewed up. This is going to be a game of guards. Now, with that being said, I have Auburn winning this game. Mm-hmm. Now, I truly believe that Florida has a better backcourt, but I think Auburn's backcourt is, for lack of a better word, older, right? Mature. So we can only hope that plays a part in this thing, right? And it's not like they're not familiar with each other either. For bracket and money purposes, obviously I want Auburn to win. But the way Florida's playing right now, especially, I think there's been, at least 2 games in this tournament where they was down by double digits and came back last in 2 minutes and came back to win the game by at least 5 to 7 points. You know what I mean? So you can't necessarily throw them out of the thing, and that's exactly why I think they're a 2.5 point favorite. I don't think it's the fact that Auburn's that is a bad team. I think that the fact that Florida has proven that they can come back and win games, even when down by multiple points. So, again, for bracket purposes, I'm choosing Auburn. For practical purposes, reality purposes, I would not be surprised if Florida beats them actually by more than this.
Cool, cool. Yeah, this is, and I like how you put it. Basically, the inside. Broom is gonna get banged. He's already injured. You know what I'm saying? He done missed a couple of days of practice. His thumb, dude's always injured. I mean, I hate to say that. Uh, can you
Mhm.
anybody else give you more? They do. They are depth. Deep with Hudson and all those guys like that. They can bang some. Carwell, we get it, but you're gonna have to have some threat, some kind of threat. The backcourt, absolutely, and actually, the younger backcourt is Arbin because Pettifer, he's a freshman. Everybody else is seniors for both sides, so he's gonna be the one. He's the one that can really give them what they need. How Clayton go ahead and go off, Pettifer can go off too. Pettifer can get his own shot, create his own shot. Denver Jones also a little bit. The guy who came from Georgia Tech, not so. This is a shooter, but they match up so well. This is this period, but
Yeah,
I, I just think Florida plays better team defense. Auburn, he does the gimmick stuff. He can do
sure.
all that. And if Auburn is not hitting, I don't think they have another pitch to go to. I don't think they can. They have to. I think Florida can do different things. I'm riding with Florida. They played each other so many different times, and all this kind of stuff. And I've seen Florida take them to the woodshed, and I've seen Auburn bounce back. I'm gonna go with Florida. I think this is could have been a championship game. Thank God it's not, but it could have been
Right.
big time. Thank God it's not. Boy, you talking about the state of Kentucky have all kinds of
Yes.
SEC flags and shit on their cars. We don't want to see that. So I'm gonna ride with Florida, but it should be a good game. And normally you would say, hey, that it should be the second game, but they said we've seen this before. We don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
Woo! Houston versus Duke. Duke a 4.5 point favorite. 8:49 tip off time and probably be pushed back because that Florida and Auburn game may go to overtime. You never know. We got the battle of the best defense against the best offense. Who's gonna win? They say defense wins championships and all this kind of stuff, but you got to put the ball in the hole to get it. We got really two teams. I mean, both teams is ranked in the top 10 as far as defense. Duke is not no slouch. They play defense also. This is gonna be a hell of a game. Big time. Big time. I love it. T Rock, go ahead and start it. We know you ride with Houston, so go ahead and rock and roll with it, my brother.
Yes, of course. I'm going to ride with Houston because obviously money purposes. But
but
Houston, Houston is primarily a defensive team.
True.
History since Kelvin Sampson has been there. Yes, they have been a very hard defensive team. That's what I'm saying, that's very hard to beat. But this year they've had a different kind of wrinkle where they can actually put the ball in the bucket.
Okay.
That's going to have to Houston and Kelvin Sampson is going to have to come up with some creative offensive stuff to get past this Duke team because Duke is just long. They're long, they're tall, and they're going to have to figure some stuff out. Um, I don't really worry about Houston on the defensive end of the floor as much as I have on teams. I'm not saying that it's not going to be a problem, but I don't worry about them as on the defensive side of the ball primarily because that's their identity. That's what they do. So if they can keep, you know, if they can play great D, run them off the three a little bit, force them to drive, which again is Duke. So what I mean, Proctor is still going to hit that floater. Cooper Flag's still going to get close to the basket as he can. What I'm saying, but If they can keep him off at three, they will have a chance because that's what pushes Duke ahead of everybody else. You know what I'm saying? A 4 point game turns into a 10 point, 15 point game real quick
Right.
when it comes to Duke.
You're right.
So if they can keep him off that 3 point line and force them to, you know what I'm saying, drive and play on the inside, Houston has a chance. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? So that's the way I feel about it.
The Don.
Oh man, this is gonna be one hell of a game. I'm looking for physical. I'm looking for shooters. I'm looking for. I mean, it's up and down. You're gonna have all type of. I'm thinking it's going to. It's going to be how the referees are going to allow the game to be played. Also,
True.
so are you going to let fouls be called or no fouls? I'll let them get away with stuff because you're going to have, like I said, all the men down in Duke. You can have Knipple. You're going to have big guy. I can't even think what the other big guy is his name, but
Don't worry
with
about it.
Flag and all them. Then you got Roberts and Francis and all them down there for Houston. Then you got your shooters for both teams. You got Crier, and then especially not that Houston got shooters, also with Duke shooters. You got Duke is also going to have to guard Sharp, make sure he don't get hot. So it's going to be both ways because I'm looking at the rebounds. It's going to be a very tight game. I think all the way to the end. Both teams, who gets away with what, who gets hot, who's. I mean, you have to change up the defense or the game plan at halftime. Who's having a better game in the first half? Whose shooters are hitting better? So yeah, I just man, I think it's gonna go down as in I think Duke's still
Yeah,
gonna pull it
damn.
out the end, but it still ain't gonna be nothing easy about it.
Cool. Shit, man. To me, man, it's gonna be hard on Houston. It really is because you hit it like if the referees do not let Houston put their hands on them, it's a wrap.
Mm,
Houston is not an offensive team. Don't be sold a bag of goods. T Rock even said it, and I agree with him. They're known from defense. They do have some people who can hit some shit. It can get hot, streaky
it
shooters,
can.
but
All right.
you need more than that against Duke. You need more than that, bro. They are deeper than them. You're not gonna wear Duke out. You gotta hope that Cooper and these guys get in foul trouble, reaching, grabbing, whatever you gotta do. You gotta hope that it's gotta go really more perfect than people realize for Houston. It's gotta play a certain way. It cannot get in the 70s. You gotta hold them down.
No.
Because the thing about it, what people fail to realize, Duke is a hell of a defensive team too, and they're longer.
Mm-hmm.
They go. It ain't just Kaman, who's the 7'1" guy. You know, Cooper got a 7 foot wingspan. He's 6'9". Everybody's 6'6" on up playing for him, and that's even the second team. It's just different, and their offense is way more superior, way more superior, and they play defense. Houston has to be on. They have to make it a
Yeah.
rock fight. It has to be a rock fight. It cannot be pretty, but Don hit it. Don, you did hit it though. If the referees are not going to call and let them muck it up, they got a chance. Hell yeah, they got a chance with that because then it's a fight. But anybody gets in foul
Right.
trouble, you got to think. Mr. Jefferson for them, for Houston, he cannot get in. He cannot get in foul trouble. Everybody wants to talk about Crier and Sharp and all that. These guys are 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". We actually seen Duke and what they can do against a elite
Oh
guard.
yeah.
They made Chucky look like. And don't get me wrong, Chucky don't have all the didn't have the guard backup like Houston have on their bench, but still, they done seen the best guards, bro. Duke done seen all this. They done played Auburn, Kentucky. They done seen they schedule has been far more tougher outside the conference than people want to give them credit. and they just keep
For sure.
moving on, doing what they got to do. I mean, we're talking about Houston has to be lights out. They have to. We're talking about they have to hit like 8 or 9 threes. Like they have to be on it, and their defense got to be on it. If not, that 4.5 is going to turn ugly quick. And what does Houston look like if they're down by 10 points or more at halftime?
Yeah.
This is not. This
And
is
if
not
tradition
Kansas.
holds,
This is not Kansas or somebody else that
no.
let you creep back. Duke is going to put they trying to beat you by 20 or 30. They're not going to try to sit there and just coast to win because most of them guys ain't coming back. Go ahead,
Try to
T-Rock.
put you in a
And
chokeoff.
if tradition holds, yeah, and if tradition holds well, it was hypothetically if Houston should win this game. You know what I'm saying? The championship game is not looking good for them.
Oh yeah. Oh
You know what I mean?
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
like
now you got to play somebody else. Tough.
Tradition.
yeah, it's like
No, you're
it's
right.
like damn it.
Yeah. We done spent all our juices on this game. Can you bounce back if you win this game? And that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna ride with Duke on this. It should be a good one though, man. I mean, this the contrast big time. And here it is. We already said who's playing it, who's winning. I think T-Rock, you got Houston and
Houston.
Auburn. You got Houston winning it. The Don, Florida, and Duke. who
Houston
you
and
got
Auburn
winning
in
it?
the championship.
Florida and Duke.
Yeah, who's winning it?
Oh, well, like I said, from day one, I thought Duke was above, just a couple tiers above any other team in the tournament. So every bracket I had, I think, but I got Duke winning it all. I just don't see too many teams defeating them.
Cool. Yeah, I'm riding with Duke. I have them. I just think it's Shire, man. You gotta show that man love, dude. I mean, it's hard to come out the legend, and he's recruiting top notch, and then add in transfer portal guys that fit. Brown. Let's don't forget Brown's probably gonna play this game. That's another defender who's 6'9" and long and can block in defense. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not gonna be intimidated by none of that inside shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
No.
man, it should be a good one though. But I'm gonna ride with Duke on that one. Buzz Williams headed to Maryland. Now you left Texas A&M, whose money they said is the longest money in the SEC. You know, anytime you can pay a football coach $75 million to walk away and still do what you have to do, impressive. Was Buzz running? Did Buzz run out of there because he didn't want the competition because he knows that most likely he probably would never, ever win in the SEC? I mean, you ain't got to win the SEC, and still you can win the NCAA championship. We done seen teams who do not win their conference things win the championship. Buzz, what's going on? And you heard Willard said that Maryland don't have any money.
Yeah.
What the hell? Don, what's your thought on Buzz Lightyear leaving to go to Maryland?
Buzz wants to go to infinity and beyond, and he just a little scared. So the thing about it, let me run where no pressures at Maryland. No pressures at Maryland. Nothing. I mean, the thing about it, you would think the pressure even ain't at Texas A&M for your basketball skills.
Right.
But you want to compete, and evidently you don't see yourself competing in the SEC the way it's looking right now, because the SECs they do get some top-notch coaches there. I mean,
yes.
no doubt about that.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So let me just go over here to Maryland, and they gonna pay me, and but at the same time, like you said, your boy Willard was talking about Maryland don't got the funds either. So really, what's really going on?
Buzz scared, man.
Yeah.
But Willard said they couldn't even stay an extra day for the conference because they didn't have no money.
Yeah.
They had no money. Goodness. T-Rock, what's your thoughts, man?
Like who wants to travel and go right to practice and stuff? Yeah. Man.
I feel like Buzz Williams wants to basically coach in every conference.
He's working his way.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's working his way around college basketball. Uh, Here's the thing, though. Buzz Williams is a good coach. I think there had to be some underlying things at Texas A&M to kind of force him out because you don't leave a school with money to go to a school with no money.
Right.
Again, as as a coach, as a head coach of a team, he's been doing this a long time.
Long, long
I
time.
remember sweat. I remember sweaty Buzz Williams. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
With the
Like,
Yum Center.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember he would just sweat like nobody. Apparently, he's on medication now, and he don't do this. You know what I'm saying? But
He's
you
juicing.
don't leave exactly. You don't leave one's. You don't leave a school with money to go to a school without money. So there had to be something in the background that happened. No, whether that be Maryland said, "Okay, we're going to give you more money than more money," because there's money to be had somewhere, and they're just I don't know if they're just hoping that Buzz is a good coach can coach up whatever players that he gets, and what I'm saying does what he can do with those said players. Because again, Buzz Williams is not a bad coach.
Not a
He's a
bad
good
coach.
coach.
Not a bad coach.
He's a good coach. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him taking the skating out on the same just because it's easier. That doesn't make any sense to me when it comes to him. Because as coaches, especially as head coaches in college basketball, you always look for the next best thing, even if the next best thing is maybe not the school who is like a traditional blue blood or winner or something to that effect. But if the next best thing is, I'm going to get a bigger paycheck, right?
Right. Right.
So I think that Buzz, again, I truly believe he's trying to coach in every conference in college basketball, but there had to be, absolutely had to be something else that would have him leave Texas A&M, a school with a lot of money, to go to a school with no
Well,
money.
well,
Had to be something going on.
the thing about it is, only way he's probably leaving is because they. If that's the case, Texas A&M may have told him that no, you cannot have $15 million of NIL money or whatever. Whoever down there with the SEC with that long money, he might have tried to get it, and they said, "Coach, we're only giving you $5 million. Make it work." Where everybody else has got 10 or 15, but then you at a disadvantage. That's the only way
Mm-hmm.
you leave that stuff. And then Buzz is six and a move guy anyway. He's always somewhere 5 to 6 years. He's out of there. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. He may not have liked the city and all that shit too. He Buzz. First of all, you gotta commend his agent because he's a guy who's always at a Power 5 school. Always.
Always.
And the ceiling, and the floor is that you're gonna have a competitive team. It may not win the championships, but you know that it's gonna be good, solid, hard playing teams. Point blank. Some guys are not championship caliber coaches, and he's not one of them. He's a good coach, but he's not probably going to win it. You know what I'm saying? But he's
Mm-hmm.
going to get you that you're going to have a 20 game, 20-11 season, 20-10 on 9 or whatever the hell like that. But you're going to be respectable. So to me, I'm with you. I think it was something in the war chest that they said, nah, you can't have 10, 15 million. You can't have 20 million or whatever you're trying to get. And I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. But Maryland's must be tight with it in the pockets too, because hell, they got Big Ten money. Big
Yeah,
Ten money. I
yeah.
mean, it ain't like they ain't got no money. They got Big Ten money. Wooden Award at Final Five. So the Final Five for the award for the Wooden Award, which we know is probably already got this guy's name carved on it, engraved on it.
Mm-hmm.
Duke's Cooper Flag, Auburn's Johnny Broom, Florida's Walter Clayton, Alabama's Mark Sears, Purdue Brayton Smith. Looks about right, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else who's really missing on this. I mean, this is like the all first team, all American team anyway. So
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know who's missing, but it looks like it's about right. And we pretty much think, I guess everybody's think it's probably going to be Cooper that wins this. He probably sweep every award known to man. And hey, can't fight it. Early in the season, I was ready to fight you over it. Now it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That's
We
about
talked
right.
about it.
Sounds
We
about
talked
right.
about it mid-season. Yeah,
Sounds
exactly.
about right.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's right.
It is what it is.
can't
It is.
argue with it.
Nah, it is.
That's right.
Good job. Good job, Wood Award people. Y'all got that right.
Mm.
Move right along. Move right along. Well, people thought the Texas A&M would be coming for Chris Beard. Chris Beard said, no, Ole Miss is going to take care of me, NIL, and salary bump. Wow. I am not really surprised because really, is that like a basketball lateral movement? Ole Miss to Texas A&M?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why should I go ahead and do that?
Yeah.
And what's that NIL bump look like? We talked about it. What is their NIL? I know it can't be that much because that player Padilla was a hell of a player, but they didn't pay him $1 million to come down there. We know that, and he was the best player on that damn team.
Hmm.
So what's that bump look like? You know, like what are they gonna give him $2 million to play with? 3, 4, 5. I mean, you know, it is harder than what people think because some of these do. I mean, these schools are football. You can't just go on there and man, I'm gonna need me about $15 million, dog. Well, for what? Basketball? Nah, man, it's football, bro. The payroll's too
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
I'm not
You don't
surprised.
leave. You don't leave Ole Miss unless you're going to a certified blue blood.
Right,
That's the only
right,
time you leave.
right.
Why would you leave for anything else?
I wonder if Indiana even knocked on his door. Did they call him? Did Indiana even call Chris Beard? Or are they scared to thinking, oh well, man, we already had Bobby Knight. We don't need nobody going off the rocker. You know what I'm saying? Like I would
Right.
have called Chris Beard if I'm Indiana. Dude's a winner.
Yeah, and they could very well had. I mean, because I like to think that at least, what I'm saying, in the search for Louisville's next coach, what I'm saying, they reached out to him
I don't know.
just to see, just to see.
We had so much going on. I don't think we reached out. I don't
Well,
think
I'm
we
just
reached
saying,
out to him.
just you had to test the waters. You know what I'm saying, just to
Yeah,
see.
I think we tested Wilder, but I don't think we tested with him. Just because all the shit that we've been through.
Oh, I get all this. I get all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But again, only reason why I say that is because Louisville is a blue blood.
True.
So
And
you know what I'm
if
saying?
he said yes, then what?
Then we'd have Chris Beard as the head coach.
Yeah, that's right. And many people didn't want him because of his background. So
Yeah,
that's why I
yeah,
don't think they
but
touched him.
that could be a booster situation as well.
You know what I'm saying? We can't have too many. We already got black eyes everywhere.
Yeah,
Ole Miss
exactly.
But I get what
looking.
you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Go ahead, Don.
Ole Miss is looking for like it looks like 10 million in NIL.
So about as much as Louisville.
They should have already had that. All the money SEC got, but they football. That's why maybe that's why Buzz said, "Nah, I'm done, dude." Texas A&M probably said, "I'm not giving you 10 mil, bro.
At
Sit
all.
back and relax. Back up from the table. You already eating. It is what it is." But hey, Chris, but somebody, and I bet you, T Rock, somebody, hey, it's gonna have to be a North Carolina. How long is Hubert Davis gonna be there? With the awful coaching he's doing. And I ain't gonna say awful. This is not North Carolina. It's not the what they used to. So,
Right,
and
but
we and we know that
spoiled,
we know they're used to running players, former players off. So
spoiled.
yeah, Louisville Pat Kelsey as another top-notch scorer. Ryan Conwell from the portal. Dude's another left-hander. Score, shooter, shoot the threes, can hit free throws, all that kind of good stuff. He actually revealed that he's been here. I don't know if it's people from here. He was with a picture with his granddad, all that kind of stuff. So means something. When you see stuff like that, so hey, because he's from Indianapolis. That's not far, and a lot of people thought that he was gonna go home to Indiana. A lot of Indiana fans did for sure.
Pretty much.
But when you seeing pictures of Yum and different stuff like that, it don't mean that he was a Louisville fan or whatever. But somebody in there liked Louisville at the time. So another great pickup for Kelsey back to back days, man. I'm waiting for something to go off right now. I don't know. We need some more loving from the X
Mm.
world. So it's all good. Uh, the Don, what's your thoughts on Mr. Conwell joining the Cardinals?
Like I said, he had. I've seen where must have been some family here at that. I've seen some words said, and then it was very nice to see where he had that picture of him and his grandfather in front of the young
Yeah,
from way back when he was a kid.
dope.
And right, and I seen where he had that message, I guess, for the fans, like, hey, let's get to work. I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it. I just love it. I just love the excitement when guys are ready to come here and play for the field.
T Rock, so that's how we get him to wake up, p- pick up, pep up, whatever the hell you want to call it.
You know,
I mean, the
good.
excitement though.
No,
They know they grew up, like I said, kids like that grew up knowing the Ville was a place to be at one point in the time, and now he knows it's getting back to that point, and he wants to be a part of it, and that's lovely because he definitely could have went right back over to Indianapolis. He was there, but he's like, got one more thing for you. Going to Louisville, Kentucky.
T Rock.
I've never seen somebody so with such satisfaction on their face in my life.
We know if it's Louisville and 49ers,
Right.
oh, it's going down, baby. It's going down.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm surprised the hat ain't came off yet. But look,
I need a shave. I need a shave.
but look, yeah, I'm happy that he can. Don't Hey, Pat Kelsey is doing his thing. Obviously, we're paying folks. You know what I'm saying? That's fantastic. Hopefully, we can pay other folks to stay on the team. I'm only thinking of maybe a couple in particular, but I'm glad dude decided to come. Apparently, what I'm saying, he has been, like you said, he has a picture with his peoples in front of the Yam. I feel like this has probably been a dream for him. This is what his third school, I think, because he went
Yeah.
to fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that this here is the culmination of everything that he wants to do. Obviously, he doesn't even take a 2 point shot. He's a great shooter. Takes a three. Something that we need, and another tall 6'4", 6'5" guard that is definitely going to help with this with our backcourt situation. Maybe get one more. That I'd be happy with that. But as far as Conwell himself, welcome. You know what I'm saying? You only got to travel about an hour and some change to get
Right,
here.
right. Everybody come to the game.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody. Everybody.
Welcome to the Ville. Uh, and hey, let's just keep adding on, because I can see the look on some of these rivals
Ooh,
faces.
man.
They like,
They
oh,
broke.
okay.
They don't spend all that money on two players. No, we haven't.
Mm-hmm.
No, we
Mm-mm,
haven't. You know
I
what?
see some of those
mm-mm.
tweets.
Keep adding shooters. You can never have enough shooters, especially for this offense. And I do love it that they're 6'4s and fives. Get the size with it. Very, hey, that's what we need. You can't have just one shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
One shooter and then some scores or some streaky shooters got to get warmed up a little bit. We need some guys who's able to go ahead and take advantage of the flooring, the spacing, all that shit. Knock down the jumper, go to the hole. You get fouled. Well, you hit the free throws. 83% free throw shooter. So we love that. Keep on rocking and rolling, big time. Hey, great pickup.
Mm-mm.
Love it. Love it.
Great
Love it.
pickup.
Great pickup. And you said it, and I had something for you. You had to choose to play. You had to choose one of them to play next year.
Oh
Who you
man.
picking?
Mm.
Javon Hadley, Nate in.
Javon Hadley, because he got some Lowrys on him.
Yeah,
some seasoning.
Seasoning.
that's tough. It's tough.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying?
it.
It's a tough
It's
decision.
tough.
Don't get
It's
me
tough.
wrong. You going from 6'5" to 6'9", skill player. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But he's about that big around.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And will get bullied around as opposed to a guy who's played for 18 years and will back you down.
except
You know what I'm
against
saying?
big guys, real,
Yeah,
real
yeah.
good
Well,
guys.
yeah, yeah. Well, he had to play. He had to do the back game, that kind of game under necessity.
Yeah,
But we'll take advantage
but
of obviously the mismatch.
well,
But
the problem is he's not going to play 35, 37, 8 minutes.
no,
That's the problem with Hadley.
again, he had to do that because of necessity,
That's what I'm
right?
saying. So
Yeah, right.
if you used to playing 30 something minutes and your coach said, dude, you're going to play 20 minutes and you're not going to get to shine like you did. I mean, I just think that we got. I think
Make
either
the most of your
I
20
think
minutes.
Hadley. I think one of them are. I hope only one of them. One of them are leaving. I don't think they stand. I don't think both of them stand. It's
Well,
because I don't think that Kelsey's done. Like we getting
Yeah.
these guards. He's not just gonna get guards.
no,
he's getting
but
he's getting players to fit his system. Not saying Hadley didn't, but can you as a senior, your last go around, take 20 to 18 minutes compared to 36? And yes, it's out of necessity, but still, you want to showcase what you can do. Period.
right,
And
and
then
I think
Kaysen, you don't know what Kaysen.
yeah,
What's he
because
thinking?
Case, we don't know what Case is going to do. At the same time, too, hell, can I Roos for that matter?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like even if he sticks around, you know what I mean? Like what that's going to look like as far as minutes and things of that nature as well. So as to the question though, I'm gonna go Hadley for now,
Don, what
but
you
that's
got?
just where I feel.
That was when it first popped up. That was exactly what I was thinking, Hadley. I mean, just the season and everything else. But can you adapt to what, like you said, those almost, can you adapt to what's coming in? Because now he's going to be bringing in his players, his type of players. This is going to be seasonal now. Now it's like, Hadley, can you totally fit in the system of what he is playing? Can you adapt to it? Because, like I said, we got to the point where it's playing 7, 8 players a game. Now he's going to be stretching it where guys are going to get minutes and rotating and getting to 9 to 10 deep on that bench. Mm. So I'm with Hadley, but
Mm-hmm.
Nate Ament, that boy's gonna need to put some weight on. He
He's
need to get
tough
a little
though.
thicker. Yeah, he is. I seen him. I did see
Tough.
him play, and
And
yeah,
and
he's long.
the crazy thing, dude is long, and dude
He's
can play
long.
and he can play the two. Like he could be a 6'10" Kevin Durant out there. He ain't got a battle when you got Fru and Ali and all them. He ain't got to go down there and post up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's switching everything. So yes, they're gonna set a pick to take advantage of him. We understand that. But right now, for this one, I will take Hadley because the Nate is unknown. But we know who has the higher ceiling. That's definitely Nate. But hell, you might get Nate for
For
one
sure.
year. Nate may go pro, or Nate may go to another school. You just never know. But Hadley, the interesting thing with Hadley is kind of like you said, Don. It's like, how are you going like fit in that system when it's really not that junkyard dog in there that's 6'5"? Maybe his junkyard dog is 6'8", 6'9". You know,
Mm-hmm.
like he had a 6'10" dude at Charleston that was doing that shit. And then he had another dude 6'8", 6'9". I don't know. Haley's not to me Bonafide. I would love to have him at her, but is he gonna fit in that true run and gun offense that you want? I don't know.
We putting
We'll
up
see.
points next year. We putting up points.
You better. You better spend that money. You better put up points. You better.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of that, Mikael Brown Jr. All Star game. Yeah,
Sweet.
yesterday.
Sweet.
What's remarkable about him, man, is that dude was just he was set to be a point guard on here. He wasn't trying to gun. He was pointing. He was running the offense. He was trying to get assists, doing whatever he had to do. This to run so they can get that win. Very impressive because most people know you the guard with the ball in your hand. Most of the other guards on there was just jacking. They ain't care. Dude was trying to actually show that I can run point. I can do this. I already did my 3 point shooting. I already won that. You already talking about me throughout the podcast. So let me show you that I'm not just a shooter or scorer. I can run a team. Very impressive with him on that. T Rock, what your thoughts on Mr. Brown?
Um, Very smooth player, very heady player. Obviously, a great shooter. Again, just like with most freshmen that come in, definitely need to put a little strength on him, a little
Definitely,
more weight on him,
definitely.
because he's going to have to guard some pretty thick dudes. You know what I'm saying, out there on that floor. But other than that, I
Those
have no
40,
problem. Yeah, I have no problem with what I'm saying, what he's bringing to the table at this point.
Don, did you get to
Yeah, that
catch him,
boy.
Don?
Yes, I did. That boy's a smooth brother right there. I mean, he's gonna be looking great in the U of L uniform. Addition, shooting, penetrating. I mean, he looks like he can handle that rock. But he's gonna be another one who, like T Rock said, gonna have to add some weight to him.
Oh
Get
yeah.
some, yeah,
We got
get some,
we
get some
got
of
a
the weight.
strength coach for him. We got a strength coach
Yeah,
for him.
yeah, yeah. We do.
Get him on that on protein shakes and stuff. We got it. We got it. I got it. Just be stronger. Not
Yeah,
everybody needs
that's
to be
it.
bulk up. Just be stronger. You ain't got to
That's
be
it.
all bruisive. Yeah, yeah. You got to be stronger. Dude's nice though, man. And I
Yeah.
love that
Extremely.
because he could have gone. He could have did what he had to do, and he's like, Nah, I'm doing this. I'm just
Yeah,
doing this.
because
Yeah.
let other dudes want to gun and what I'm saying, shoot every shot. You know what I mean? Because I was watching that game, like pass the damn ball. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But obviously,
Nah,
that's obviously not the game for that.
not the game. Not the game.
Yeah, but ultimately, none of that makes a difference when you go into a school that's going to, obviously pay you nice, but at the same time, what I'm saying? It's just, I'm going somewhere to win.
Right,
So,
right. I got the ball in my hand, so
yeah,
I ain't got to prove myself. I'm good.
exactly.
You know, some of you cats, I don't know. Y'all, we probably won't even see them no more.
Mm.
Zero.
Woo! Best Ducker, Alvin Sims, Donovan Mitchell. Let's get it. Cards. We talking about Louisville. We ain't talking about what you
Mm.
seen at the dunk contest. We talking about
Mm.
Louisville. Friends of the show, Alvin Sims.
Alvin Sims.
Donovan Mitchell. Don, go ahead, man.
Man, it's so hard being seeing Al back in the day on the yard back. Man, wee. But he used to have some bangers though in those games. He did have some bangers. And he didn't care. And the thing about Al, he's a big, thick brother, and you getting dunked on, yeah,
I'm
you are getting
Cavs.
dunked, yeah, yeah. He was, you get dunked on hard. Donovan is just so pretty with it, and his leap is. Uh, I'm going with Al Sims. I'm going with Al Sims myself as the best dunker. He's going to catch one on you, and he's going to just push it in on you, and he's going to make you a poster.
Whoo, like he did Shepard.
Yes,
People
Hmm.
ain't talking
sir.
about that against Duck when he went
Yes,
down
sir.
and Shepard's running right with him. Dude said, You do know I'm dunking this on you. As you jumping, I'm dunking on you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was hard. It was God. It was so
T
hard.
Rock.
that is a hard one. That is very hard. But I'm gonna go Donovan. Anytime you make the opposing team's bench stand up, be like, yeah.
Yeah, he did do that.
Then
Yeah.
they sit down like, oh my
Catching
God,
bodies.
yeah.
He caught
Then you
Yeah.
bodies.
know.
He
Yeah,
caught
then
bodies.
you know. You know what I'm saying? It went down. You know what I mean? I'm gonna roll with Donovan.
Yeah. Either way you go, I mean,
Yeah.
this
It's
is
not a
this
you
is
don't
pretty.
lose either way.
No, you don't. You don't. To me, man, I'm gonna have to go with Alvin, man. I mean, I remember that Texas game when when he got it, and it seemed like Texas, he part of the Texas C, and he crammed it in. I mean, dude, every game you knew he was gonna do something, bro. Like for real. He was gonna dunk it, and I mean, he's probably one of the best 2 feet jumpers dunker at Louisville all time, bro. Like, dude was nasty with it, and I really wish, and I hope some of these guys who, the new fans that didn't get to see Alvin play and all that kind of stuff, go to YouTube, man. Type in some of them games, bro. Type in his name, bro. Dude caught bodies all the time.
Type in the Kentucky game.
All the time.
Rick was like, "You got to watch this dude. He just dunked all over him."
Dude, every day about 4 dunks in the game. Like, dude was special, man. And Donovan, you can't go wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna ride with Alvin Sims. Yeah, that's what we need, man. We want that back. Not no off the alley oop. We want to see dude posterizing people, bro.
Yes.
That's all that. I mean, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? Even Montrez, when he was doing that, he was catching bodies. Like Montrez was start out the 3-point line, like then he just boom. He ain't just catching oops. I like oops, that's cool, but let me see you really catch bodies. That's what I need to see.
Going up with 2 hands and just ramming it on you.
Yeah, and yelling in your face and pushing you and shit and spitting on yourself, drooling and pushing you. And first of all, he still to this day, even though it's 2 dunks out that to me that in his day, and they both in championship games. Poncho Wright doing the 360, wicked in 1980. 360 in the game. Wicked championship game. Montrez catch. That was his only 2 points. But them 2 points in that championship game against Michigan, and everybody has poster of that. Everybody's got whatever, and it's crazy because he was out of the frame when Peyton threw that damn alley oop. Peyton threw it up, like, what is he? Oh shit! Dude flew. Dude flew.
Yeah, that.
He flew, bro. Like I'm saying, oh my gosh, only 2 points. That was good. That's all thing you needed. And send them
all 2 points you remember.
We're coming. We're here. We're here. We're great. Yeah, definitely dope, man. All it is. T-Rock, what you leaving the people with?
Hey, man, everybody have a fantastic rest of your week. And I'll be seeing y'all again soon.
Yes, sir. The Don.
So soon. Let's get to the weekend. Hey, everyone wants to eat. My
bad. My bad.
Hold on. See, now we got to start over.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you this. Everyone wants to eat, but few are willing to hunt.
You know what?
Hey, that's what it's all about. Thank you, guys. Be safe. Don't forget, if you're still underneath this watch, tornado watch, different stuff, thunderstorm. It's going to be raining. Look at it. He got the fireworks going behind him. It's going to be raining all week, flooding, things like that. If it's really downpouring and you know them streets that flood, don't go over there. Don't do that. If you know that you've been here in Louisville long enough, right, and it floods in certain areas, why would you go and it's going to be 6 to 10 inches? Come on, man. Stop it. Don't be silly. Be safe, guy. God bless you guys. We out of here. And it is what it is. I'm going to need you to take care of business, everybody. Don't forget, no awards polls probably next week because of the spring break. But God bless. We out of here. Peace. If I can find it. I can't find. We got so much stuff. I'm going to play anything. Keep going. Keep tiddling. Yeah, there you go.